Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the A-Listers podcast where we review movies and yap about them for a while. My name is Katherine Rowe, and I'm joined by my amazing co-host Jahsleighe Rochelle. Jahsleighe, what's going on with you? What's your Oscar of the week? What's your Razzie? How you doing?
I am doing splendid. Thank you for asking. Had a pretty good week this week. As far as my Oscar of the week, I actually have it here. I have a prop for us this
Oh,
time.
okay.
Yes, but for the listeners who cannot see, it is a. Oh, it's upside down. It is a.
I was like, I cannot read that. I
It
cannot
is
see
a
what that
calligraphy workbook with calligraphy pens
is.
and yeah, and it's a complete lettering kit for beginners. And I am a beginner and I've never done calligraphy, but I do have a kit and I'm excited to write like our founding fathers. So, thank you.
Wow, that is very
Yeah.
exciting.
Are you wondering why I got a calligraphy kit?
I was absolutely wondering why and was going to follow up. Can you tell me why?
Yeah. Because I want to rewrite the Constitution. Just kidding.
Oh,
Um,
okay. High aspirations, but I support it.
it's We the People. Wait, no, the We the People is the Declaration of Independence, right?
Okay,
I
don't
think
know.
the Declaration of Independence is kind of cuter than the Constitution. The We the
Mm.
People kind of slays. But
Because of National Treasure, or okay.
no,
Mm.
it's just kind of the We the People.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I want, if I want artwork, I would rather have the We the People. What does the Constitution even start with? Do you know? Okay, we're getting a
Do I
little
look
off.
like? Do I look like I know?
Um, but all I know is like you have We the People, and then John Hancock with his big John Hancock
Yeah.
signature. That will
Mm-hmm.
be me.
Mm-hmm.
So that is no, I but I watch with Love Megan, and she knows how to write in calligraphy.
Mm-hmm.
And before she was Duchess, she
Mm-hmm.
actually taught calligraphy lessons at paper stores.
Hmm.
Yeah, and so I just remember her like me watching her like write a note, and I was like, I actually like want to learn how to do that. So I ordered a kit, and yeah,
Very
and
cool.
here it is. Yeah, thank you. It hasn't been opened yet, but it will be. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Uh, and then, as far as my Razzie, so this past week I had to travel to Chattanooga for work.
Mm-hmm.
And fun fact, which I learned this day, Chattanooga is on the border of Central Time and Eastern Time. It's on the border of the time zone.
Yeah.
And however, Chattanooga is in Eastern Time. It's in Eastern
Mm-hmm.
Time. So the first day of my work trip, I went to the office. It was fine. I was in the right time zone. The second day, the night before, my coworkers and I were like, okay, we're gonna meet in the lobby at like 7:05. Okay,
I am.
yeah, 7:05 a.m. And so yeah, so everybody's like, okay, I'm like, all right. I set my alarm for like 5 a.m. because I'm like, okay, we gotta stay on track.
I'm saying focus. I'm sorry.
So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna be there at 7:05 a.m. I plan.
Mm-hmm.
I need to like, I'm checking out that day, so I need to, make sure I pack everything, um, and like get my car and like all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I wake up at 5 a.m. I like took a shower. I'm like, okay, like I'm doing good. Like I'm like, it's like 6 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Then I get a text on my work phone, and it's like first one is like coffee from my boss. She's like
Mm-hmm.
coffee question mark, and I'm like okay. And then she's like we're heading to the office, and I see on my work phone that it
Yeah.
is 7:25, but on my personal phone it says 6:25, or it actually says 6:27 because I
Mm-hmm.
took a screenshot of it, and I was like my personal phone was in Central Time and
Mm-hmm.
my work phone was in the correct Eastern time
Mm-hmm.
zone. And that was absolutely horrible. And I like rushed. Good thing I like showered, but I just like
Yeah.
rushed, didn't put any makeup on or anything, and just like headed to the office and
Mm.
did my walk of shame. Luckily, like it was before like the meeting had really started,
Mm-hmm.
so it wasn't too bad. But that and it, I think what really made me just really just killed my mood was like, it's like, how do you even like prevent that from happening? Like, do I need to travel with a little portable alarm clock with me now, or like,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, that's interesting. Your personal phone was in Central.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then but like my boss, she was like, it's totally fine. She was like, my phone was like doing that yesterday. It was fine. But I was
Yeah.
like, no, it's not fine. So that was my Razzie. It took me about took me a little while to get over that. And then the next morning my mom called me. She was like, so are you on Central or Eastern time zone this morning? So all in all, I would say my Rotten Tomatoes score of the week was probably about like an 89. So still pretty good. Still had a good time. Had a Bridgerton watch party. So yes. So that was a lot for me. What about you, Catherine? What is your Oscar of the week? What is your Rotten Tomatoes score of the week?
No, I love that. That's super exciting. I also had a really good week, had a really busy week as well. My Razzie for the week happened actually right before we started recording the podcast. I realized I had forgotten my laptop somewhere, and got really nervous that I was not going to be able to hop on the recording. But I was able to borrow my partner's laptop, so that was super awesome. But I got really nervous. I was like, I don't want to call Jahsleighe right now and tell her that I need to push it by like 45 minutes. But so that was my Razzie, but crisis averted. We figured it out. My Oscar for the week was we went to a pottery class this weekend. That was super fun. Yeah, it was really enjoyable. I am not a naturally creative person, so I was not very good at it. We did successfully make a bowl in the end, though. I did get like one bowl out of it. The teacher was like, you can make as many as you want. Like, you'll only pick one to actually move forward with. I was like, we're not making several. Like, we're going to get one and we're going to be happy with it.
Wait, let's see it. What does it look like?
Oh, it's still there. It takes like a week for them because they have to like, like, I don't know, fire it or whatever. They just notice we leave it there for a week and then we go pick it up. But I will, once we have it back, I will make it. Amanda was a lot better at it than me. But it was really fun. It was a really fun activity. It was right near our apartment.
Nice.
Yeah, super cute. I definitely would do it again. Maybe if it was a little bit less pricey. But
how much was it? We want to know.
I actually don't know because Amanda booked it for our 3-year anniversary. But it was definitely several $100s, I would say, for like the two of us. Yeah. Probably for both of us, it was definitely over 100 each, I think.
Ooh.
Because the thing is with a lot of those is like they want you to book like a class series and then it'll be like less money per class. But we didn't want to like book a whole series of it. So yeah. Yeah, no, I saw this thing that was like, I just booked a pottery class so I can spend like $100 making a plate I could have bought for like $10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said over 100. I said, looks like I'm going to West Elm. Okay.
But it's fun. It's like fun to do something handmade. And it was fun. Like it was like 2 hours. Like it wasn't short or anything like that.
Okay.
And the teacher was really good. So yeah, so it was cool.
Nice.
So it's probably like a 90% for me.
Woohoo.
Yeah, maybe if it was a little less busy, it would have been a little higher, but it was a really good week. But in other news, what have you been watching this past week?
What have I been watching? First of all, I binge watched Bridgerton, finished part 2. Well, I had a watch party and we finished it all that night. So I watched that. I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was a pretty good season. And then I also started Love Story of JFK Jr. and Carolyn Bessette Kennedy. And yeah, after we finish this, I'm going to watch it again or watch another episode. But I'm enjoying it. I will say okay. So actually, before I started watching it, I started getting TikToks of Carolyn of CBK. Yeah. So I started getting TikToks of CBK, and I'm like, I like her vibe. And then I looked her up, and her birthday's January 7th, and my birthday January 2nd. And I was like, I could feel it. I could feel it.
Twins.
And then I was like on her Pinterest, like looking up her outfits, and I was like, she's kind of tall.
Yeah.
And then I was like, how tall is she? And she's 5'9".
Wow.
Yeah, I am also 5'9". So
I'm
you
aware.
know. But so I went in before I started watching the show. I was like, oh, okay, I kind of like CBK. And yeah, you know, the show is nice. The show is nice. Are they relationship goals? Ooh.
I mean, they're Kennedys, so it's kind of like, you know.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm enjoying the show.
Have you like seen their like paparazzi pictures in New York before?
I think, I just remember seeing stuff like every now and then a TikTok of two of hers will come up being like, this is the place that she got like her like headbands or like clips or something in the West Village. And then maybe it was like, this is where like they lived, and like I think they lived in like Tribeca or like the West Village.
Yeah.
So I was kind of aware of like them, and like I knew that they were New Yorkers, but like I didn't know anything else.
I've definitely been like probably like my Pinterest or like Instagram feed has fed me like their paparazzi photos in the past before, because they're a fashionable couple. They look Do you know what happens with their life? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Yes, I do, Catherine. It's like, imagine like, what?
Listen, I don't know. I watched this play this weekend that was about World War II, and I was like, I don't know anything that's happening here. Like, this is true life.
You know, unrelated, not what I watched, but what I did finish reading was I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings by Maya Angelou. And there was a part in the book, she was like, she moved with her mom to San Francisco, but then she was like, and World War II started. And I was like, wait, what? And I'm like, whoa. And I'm like, wow. And I like really like thought about that. I was like, wait, I guess that lines up.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
It is definitely hard to like put everything in a timeline together. I feel like stuff is very separated, like in my head in history. So
yeah, like you think of like World War II and like Hitler and the Holocaust, but like you don't think that like Maya Angelou was like alive during World War II. So I was like, oh wow,
that is crazy.
But I think MLK and Anne Frank were born the same year.
I have seen that before. Yeah, that one that'll mess you up to think about. Yeah,
and I never thought. And I was like, I think my grandma, my maternal grandmother, she was born the year after them, and I just never put two and two together that she like lived through World War II.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Well, that is really crazy, actually. But what are you watching?
I was just thinking about how I hope my father, the history major, doesn't listen to this podcast, because this episode he's going to be like, oh no. Okay, not before we move on from history. I do think it's because so much of history, at least in my education, was like, it was like American history, European history. Like I feel like stuff was very separated, so it's not in a timeline, you know. What am I watching? Also just started the next part of Bridgerton. So that's really exciting. Only got one episode in so far to part 2. I'm sorry. But that was really good. I am enjoying that so far, and I'm excited to watch that. And then I also watched what else did I watch? Oh, I watched some an Oscar movie. I watched If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You this past week with Rose Byrne. Okay. I understand her Oscar nomination. I think that she is phenomenal in it. I would never recommend that movie. It's like very anxiety inducing. It's very uncomfortable. The premise, which I knew going into it, because the premise of it is like a mom is struggling with like an absent husband, and she is actively working, and she has like a child who has an illness. So it's like one of those where like this stress is building the whole movie, and you're like, what's gonna happen? Like what are we gonna do here? It was very stressful. Good for her. I'm glad she got her Oscar nomination.
What is it on?
It's on HBO Max. I don't think you would have a good time with it. I don't think anyone would have a good time with it. So
yeah. It's just another thing that's on HBO Max, and I'm like,
yeah, HBO Max is a good one.
It is, and I'm like, but I'm not. I feel like I'm not optimizing all the streaming services that I currently have, so it's like, I don't need to add another one.
Mm-hmm. Would you add another one, or would you just add a profile to mine and then?
I mean, probably that, but I'm still not using all of my profiles, basically.
Yeah, I feel I've been trying to like really focus on one streaming service at a time and watch a lot on there, and that kind of has been helping me instead of like jumping around between them all. But yeah, so talking about awards, there was some award shows that happened recently, the Actors Awards, and is the BAFTAs, that's separate? That's separate than that, right?
Yeah, the BAFTAs, the BAFTAs happened. I'm about to say Baptist. The Baptist Awards, the BAFTAs. I think that happened about maybe 2 weeks ago. So.
Oh, yeah, maybe we already talked about that. But the Actors Award Actor Awards.
Yeah, it used to be the SAG Awards or SAG-AFTRA Awards.
Yeah,
they just changed it to Actor Awards. Yeah.
Was there any noticeable winners from that you wanted to talk about?
Yes, it streamed lived on Netflix last night, so I had it on. Michael B. Jordan won Best Leading Actor. Shout out to him. And then Sinners also won Best Film or Best Picture. So that was pretty cool. But side note, a little fun fact before we even get into our movie, did you know that former President Ronald Reagan, look at us talking about history today.
We're not doing it very accurately.
Did you know that former President Ronald Reagan, well, first he was an actor, but he was also the president of the SAG, union.
I did not know that. No. Once again, a history I was not aware of. So.
Yeah. It touched on this in the movie Reagan, played by Dennis Quaid, that came out maybe like a couple years ago. But yeah, so he was president of the SAG. It wasn't SAG-AFTRA at the time; it was just SAG. And so then he negotiated the union really well, and they were like, you should try politics. And so from that, I think some years passed. He decided to run for governor, and then after governor, he ran for president. Yeah. But I did not know that. So
that is very interesting.
Fun fact.
Should have stuck to being an actor. And then there's some big movie news or big acting news that happened this past week. We found out that Zendaya and Tom Holland officially got married because her stylist dropped it, right?
Yes.
He said that.
I think he goes with. Yeah, I think he calls himself her image architect, Katherine, not just a stylist.
Okay. My apologies.
But yeah, Law Roach, I think somebody was like, when are we going to see the wedding, outfits or content? And he was like, it already happened. So, yeah.
Do you think that he styled or architected her for the wedding, or?
I think so. I think she maybe, in the spirit of CBK, I think they had a little, cute little wedding, some minimalistic. Yeah, I don't think it was a big affair.
Yeah, somehow we didn't get an invite. That's interesting.
I know. We need to reach out to them.
It must have gotten lost in the mail. It might have gone to the wrong mailbox.
I moved. You even kind of moved apartments. Yeah, we got USPS too. I love USPS, but we have some beef with some USPF. But
yeah.
But speaking of that, do you think that when it comes to seeing promotion for the bride, that she might be expecting, or not the bride, the drama?
Dune. Oh, the drama. Yeah, I do think she will be. Yeah, I think that there will be a very particularly placed and styled dress that will make her body shape ambiguous, and then ergo Haley Steinfeld 6 months ago, and then I think we will all know.
It's like, do you think they were fighting over that dress? Do you think they were like, oh no, we got to do another
Maybe,
dress?
yeah, maybe Zendaya had to push off her announcement because Haley used that dress.
Maybe so. Maybe so. But honestly, I'm happy for them. I love Zendaya. There are so many looks that her and Law Roach put together that are on my Pinterest that I think about. Currently thinking about the emerald green dress and her red hair. So excited. I forgot. So we have two movies. We have the drama that's coming up. I think that comes out first week of April. And
Yeah.
then Dune. When does Dune come out this year again?
I think it's later in the year. I haven't seen a single trailer for it, so I don't think it's anytime soon.
Yeah.
And she's also going to be in the Odyssey,
Oh yeah.
right? Yeah, because she's in 3 movies with Robert Pattinson this year.
Oh wow. Wait, what was the third movie? Is he
He's in
gonna
all
be in
3 of
Dune?
those.
Oh, I didn't know he was in Dune.
Yeah, he wasn't in any of the previous ones. He got
Okay.
recently casted, so
Okay, I thought so. Because I'm keeping track.
you got it. You got it. You know. You know.
Keeping track. I'm keeping track.
But so talking about people that have beef with each other. This week we watched a movie called How to Make a Killing. Is that what it's called? I kind of feel like I'm messing it up, but that
I think that's what
it is called How to Make a Killing. Yeah. So this was Glenn Powell's recent movie. And the Rotten Tomatoes score is sitting at, okay, wow, all right.
Yeah.
I just refreshed it. So the tomato meter is sitting at 46%. But the popcorn meter is sitting at 78%, which is interesting. That's pretty different ratings there. But what did you think about it, Jahsleighe? What were your thoughts and feelings? You lean more towards the 46 or more towards the 78?
I really wanted to like this movie, but I'm leaning more towards the 46. I think, and I think we're gonna get into it later, but the logistics for me just didn't line up. Like I really wanted to like it, I really did, but it just didn't align for me. The aesthetics were cute, but I just and I really wanted to like it. I was excited for this one.
Yeah.
And there were some parts that were like cool, but at the end I'm leaning more towards the 46. I don't think I'm as low as like a 46, but yeah.
Yeah.
How did you feel about it?
I feel like between the two, I probably lean a little bit more towards the 78, but same. Like I had fun with the movie, but it wasn't like a great time or anything. And I think the fun that I had was just because I thought Glenn Powell was like, I always think he's pretty fun to watch. Like he's pretty charming. But yeah, same. There would just be some parts where I was just like, oh, okay. I'm not sure I'm tracking here. I also thought it had like not enough Margaret Qualley in it. I thought that her role, like she was good in it, but I was kind of like, I feel like she's not in it enough. Like I feel like they kind of, I don't know, maybe should just had her like a little bit more in it. But yeah, same. I thought this could be like a really fun movie. And it was just okay. It was all right. I don't know if I'd see it again. Like I had a fun time, but I don't think I would watch it again.
Yeah.
So.
But do we want to tell the listeners a quick synopsis of the movie?
Okay, my apologies. A quick synopsis about the movie from Rotten Tomatoes. So this movie, How to Make a Killing, disowned at birth by his truly obscenely wealthy family. Blue-collar Beckett Redfellow, Glenn Powell, will stop at nothing to reclaim his inheritance, no matter how many relatives stand in his way. So, yeah, basically he comes from a really wealthy family, but him and his mom had been kicked out, and then he realizes when he gets older that if he kills all of his other family members, he will inherit the family money. And so throughout the movie, he starts killing his family members, but he also starts getting included in the family because like one of his uncles gives him a job, and he starts coming like on the up and up in it. So, and I think that part also made me frustrated, was his decision to keep moving forward with killing his family members.
Yeah. And the reason, I mean, and you can kind of see why the family was like welcoming him in is because like his mom got pregnant when she was what, 18?
Mm-hmm.
And so the dad was like we don't want you to do this, and she was like, no, I'm having the baby. And so then she left home, and they kind of like they didn't include her in anything, but she still had her inheritance. And so I think the mom told him though, was like, if everyone else dies, like you.
Yeah, I had beef with the mom because the mom died when he was pretty young, and her
Yeah.
last words to him were like, "Don't quit until you've gotten the life that you deserve," or something. And I was like, "Why can't you tell him to be like satisfied with his life? Like, why do you need to tell him to like?" I feel like
Yeah.
she could have just had some better parting words than like, I don't know, than
You don't
that.
like those parting words? Don't quit until you get the money.
Yeah, I just was like, did we not learn that we can be happy with not having money? Like,
Maybe she did learn that was like, look, I
yeah.
used to have butlers and maids, and now I work.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I really wanted to like it. It was still, a good time.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't, be like I needed that time back, but
Yeah, I didn't hate it. I had fun with it. I thought Glenn Powell was a really good casting in it. Like I thought that he was very fun with it.
yeah. And speaking of Glenn Powell and the cast, Glenn Powell, he actually for this role he craved to do a more provocative and punchy like role after Hitman and Anyone But You, which I love, Anyone But You, which led to this film. But I'm a pretty big fan of Glenn Powell. I like him. But are you aware of John Patton Ford, the director, at all?
No, what has this man done?
I think he did. I think the other film was like Emily.
In Paris?
No, no.
You're familiar with that. Um,
Emily.
oh, Emily the
Emily the
Criminal.
Criminal.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
Aubrey Plaza. That's a good one.
Oh, really? I haven't seen that one.
I like anything Aubrey Plaza. Oh wow, yeah,
I do
that's like
like
kind of all he's done. He hasn't done a lot.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was okay. And then, are you a fan of Margaret Qualley?
Yeah, I am. I think she's a really good actress. I like her and her mom. The show, I think it's called The Maid.
Wait, who's her mom?
Her mom is a famous actress who I cannot remember what her name is, but you would definitely recognize her if you saw her. Let's see here. Sorry. This is another one of the Catherine can't remember an actor's name. Oh, Andy McDowell.
Amy.
Look her up. You would definitely recognize her face. Her mom's been in a lot of stuff.
Okay. Oh, well, there goes our answer later. Is she non-American or a Nepo baby?
Right.
Oh, her.
Yeah. They look alike. Like once you see it, like I think they have similar facial structures.
Okay.
But yeah, I first saw Margaret Qualley actually with her mom in the show The Maid, which is based on a true story set in Washington. Actually, I watched it while I lived out there. And she was really good in that. I would definitely recommend that show to anyone. But no, I like her a lot. I like her. She's married to Jack Antonoff of Antonoff and Taylor Swift, you know?
Oh, wait. Her husband dated Taylor Swift?
No, Jack Antonoff is one of Taylor Swift's like number one producers slash co-writers.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't know that. I'm like, whoa.
No, I got you. I got you.
Okay. Okay.
So, yeah, no, but I like her a lot. I think she's really, really good. Do you like her? Had you seen her in anything before?
Her name, like, popped up. And you know what? I actually kind of thought about this because her mom is in a Hallmark show that I was watching while I was getting my hair done. And I did look her mom up, and then I did see that she's her daughter. So putting two and two together again. But yeah, I mean, I like her. I thought she was like pretty good in this film. I'm Little spoiler alert though. I did, for a moment in the film, I did think that she was not alive. I did think that, like, it was like
Interesting.
his
Okay, yeah.
conscience coming back.
Because nobody else sees her like at any point.
She just pops up and she's like, oh, wow, another one. And so it's giving like
Yeah.
she was his conscious, being like, wow,
Honestly,
you
that
did
would have been
another.
better. Like, you should have read the movie, maybe. That would
So,
have been a
yeah.
breakfast.
But yeah, any other cast members that you really
Um,
specifically want to call out? You're a big fan of them. You're not a big fan
yeah.
of them.
Jessica Henwick, I like her. She played the girlfriend. She's been in a lot of stuff. She's good. Ed Harris, I mean, he's been in a lot of stuff. The grandfather of, I believe, National Treasure 2 as well, though, I think is where I got introduced to him.
Wow.
Yeah, Topher Grace, you know, the guy from That 70s Show. He's in a
Yeah.
lot. But yeah, I think I thought it was a good cast, though. I thought everyone did a pretty good job. But yeah, okay, back to what you were saying about Margaret Qualley, though. I think that was one of the parts where I was like, this writing doesn't make sense, or like the logistics don't make sense, because I was like, why is he not taking her seriously? Like, she shows up every couple months, implies that she knows that he's killing his family member and she needs financial support, and then he just keeps ignoring her. I was like,
Yeah.
like, he's a pretty smart guy. Like, what is happening?
Well, here's the thing. My whole kind of like, I really cannot follow these logistics, is that this happened in a pretty short time. So there were 7 family members that needed to go before he got his inheritance. I would say he got rid of all 7 within like 1 or 2 years, maybe 1 to 2 years. I feel like it was less than like a year, to be honest. Or like,
Yeah.
yeah, it was giving like less than a year.
Yeah, I thought it was probably like around a year, it seemed like, because he did move up in that company. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I thought like maybe a year.
So I was just kind of like, to get rid of 7 billionaires, like, first of all, like, you gotta space it out. Like, you really gotta space it out.
I was like, are the FBI deaf and blind? Because how
No,
have they not caught him?
Okay, but here's my get out moment.
Okay.
Here's my get out analysis. I felt like the FBI was on his side. I felt like the FBI was like, let this man get his money. Because how did she get pictures of him being at all of the deaths? But like the FBI was like, oh, did you know that you're
Yeah.
going to get an inheritance? Oh, X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, can somebody be after this man? So I'm like, they obviously were like, get your money, you know, like,
Yeah,
you
maybe they're
know,
for him, you know? They were like,
maybe.
Robin Hood did it. Like,
maybe. But those were the 2 main logistics things about it. Like, it wasn't necessarily like, the logistics of any of the killings. It was the
Yeah.
fact that like it happened in like a year's time frame. All 7 gone and within a year, and then it was like the FBI just kind of like turning a blind eye. So
yeah. Because why could they not follow him? Why could they not follow him with the camera at all times? Or like the other family members, you know?
and then one thing about the setting, so it took place in New York, but it also took place in present day, and I'm like, there are cameras everywhere. There are cameras
Yeah.
everywhere.
I
So,
do think if it had maybe been like more early 2000s New York, maybe that would have been a little bit more believable with some of the stuff.
yeah, but yeah. Quick question: how did you? So, for the people who have not seen the movie, spoiler alert: it starts off with him on death row because, and there's a priest being like, and a priest is talking to him. Did the priest ask him if there anything like he wants to confess to before he?
Yeah, I think that's what he said. Like, is there anything you want to like share before you?
Yeah, and he's like eating his like quote last meal. How did you like that, like with him being like on death row, like it opening up with that?
Yeah, I like that. I like when movies do that, when they like show you where a character is going to end up, but then you don't know what's going to happen. Like, I thought the narration part of it was cool. I think that was like an interesting part of the movie. So yeah, I like that part. What did you think?
I liked it. I really did like it. I was like, oh, we're gonna have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
And then the logistics came through. So,
Mm-hmm. And I feel
yeah,
like in the beginning, I was like, "Oh man, I'm like I'm sad that he got caught. I'm rooting for him." And then as the
yeah,
movie went on, I was kind of like less and less like I was a little
yeah,
bit like, "I'm okay with the fact that you are going to
yeah,
prison."
yeah. Um, but okay. Yes,
Hmm.
but it takes place in New York, and then the mansion was in what, Long Island?
Yeah, I believe so. Which would you live in that mansion?
Whew, okay, here's the thing. I think about this.
Hmm.
I daydream. If am I against having a big living in a big mansion?
Okay.
No.
Hmm.
That big mansion though, it gave a little creepy. It did give a
I
little
think it's
creepy.
creepy. Hmm.
However, I'm also not on the side of like a super modern, like
Hmm.
those like floating staircase mansions.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if I want a mansion, something in between that.
Hmm.
But it did give a little creepy.
It was
How
creepy.
how much was the family worth again? 28 billion?
Yeah, several billion at least.
That's a lot. That's a
Hmm.
lot of money. Have you ever
Yeah.
been to Long Island?
No, I had to think
Hmm.
about that for a second. No, I don't think I have been to Long Island. I'm like, where's Long Island at?
Take your time. Think about it.
No, I don't know if I would have a reason to go there because
Hmm.
I don't really know anybody that lives there. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I
but the
went there
mansion
one time.
definitely. You went there one time for what?
So my friend, she lived, or she still lives out there, kind of like on in Queens, and so
Mm-hmm.
we took a little trip out there. So yeah,
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 yeah.
the
No,
same
I
journey.
did like the visuals of the movie. It did feel very New York, and I liked how they
Hmm.
switched up between like Long Island and Brooklyn and New Jersey. I think they used the setting really well to show like the vibes of the
Hmm.
different people.
Yeah,
Like, his really artsy, kind of annoying cousin, or yeah, his cousin. That guy killed me.
yeah,
So yeah, I think you brought up a good point. I think it would be better set maybe a few years ago, but I do think they like used New York City well. Like I don't think they could have shot this in any other city where it would have made as much sense of like somebody
hmm,
can live in this mansion over here and then someone else can be like this close by and have this different vibe.
yeah, yeah. And I think it made sense for like all the different characters within New York City too, because like
Hmm.
you had what was Margaret Qualley's name? You know.
Jessica?
I don't know. But you had her and like she wore Chanel in every scene that she was in.
Mm-hmm.
So you had her like wearing Chanel, but then you also had Glenn Powell who like worked in the suits like thing, but like you said, you also
Hmm.
had one of the siblings who was like artsy, then one of them was like this wellness mom, and so like I feel
Hmm.
like you really get like kind of a lot of characters that are truly present in New York. So,
Hmm.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, very true. Did you have any I need a Siggy moments? Any moments you were stressed?
Hmm. I think when he had dinner with the dad,
Mm-hmm.
that was something, and he invited
We're
him
going to
over.
his engagement party. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I forgot about that too. But also, anytime like he was actually like doing the killings, I was kind of like, I need a Siggy
Mm-hmm.
moment. Which
Mm.
ones did he actually? He actually did like, okay, out of the seven, it was the first one where the accidental drowning.
Yeah, and then he killed his other cousin in like the fire, the trailer fire
Yeah.
on the roof. He killed his aunt in the spa.
Hmm.
He killed Topher Grace's character with the smoothie, poison smoothie. So that's four.
Yeah.
Um,
The uncle died.
naturally,
Yeah, from a
right?
heart
Yeah.
attack.
Um, and then
The
he killed
the grandpa
yeah the
was self
grandpa.
defense.
Mm-hmm. So at least four people he killed just outright.
Yeah. Well, yeah, all those I need a sicky moments. But
Mm-hmm.
before we get into I need a sicky moments, I
Mm-hmm.
want to play a game with you, Catherine.
Okay.
This is this or that billionaire edition. So pretend Pretend that you have $28 million.
Oh wow. Okay.
I would like to know, which one would you pick, this or that edition? So I have
Okay.
some options for you.
Okay.
Would you purchase a private island? Think of like
Ooh.
Send Help. Or would you purchase a mansion in the Hamptons?
Ooh.
You have 28.
Not. I'm not.
28 million.
I'm not team mansion, but I'm not team island, but maybe island.
Really?
Yeah, I just don't know if I would. No, maybe I'm mansion in the hand. Yeah, I'm gonna pick the mansion because, but I don't want to clean a home, you know. But no, I'll
28
go.
million.
Yeah, that's true. I'll go nice house in the Hamptons.
Okay. I too would choose mansion in the Hamptons. I don't want to be on an island. No, thank you. Okay. You have 28 million. Would you hire a full-time private chef? Like, would you prioritize a full-time
Yes.
private chef? Like,
Okay.
think Bridgerton, you got breakfast, lunch, dinner,
Yes.
little biscuits on the table. Or would you prioritize like a full-time like maid / cleaning crew?
Chef, easy.
Yeah.
I don't mind cleaning. So
Yeah. Same. I agree. Okay. What else? Would you I realizing that like with 28 million you probably have both of these things, but we're going to keep playing the game.
yeah, I don't know if I would ever hire full time cleaning staff. That feels a little.
Yeah.
I can wipe my counters, you know.
Honestly, same with the like chef. It's like that's a lot of food. I don't need to eat that.
I feel like that would maybe be like I'd have them come in and do dinner once, like maybe help me with like some meal prep, like maybe they cook me some stuff for the week, but like having someone there all the time would be a little stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you hire a full-time personal driver or a full-time
Oh.
private chef? Or would you buy a private jet?
Ooh. Wow. Probably a full-time personal driver would be nice because sometimes it is nice to be in a car, but I don't like being in like driving in traffic. So yeah, a driver. What about you?
I think I'm gonna do the driver. I kind of like airports, to be honest. You get
Yeah.
to people watch, but then also, I don't want to park.
Exactly. And I don't want to be on one of those lists every year where they're like, here's the top 10 billionaires that use the most carbon with their private. Because then it gets a little ridiculous, you know? Then it gets a little.
Yeah. I mean, 28 billion. You are going to be on that list, Catherine. I'm going to make sure that
Exactly.
I'm going to write your name in calligraphy. And then I have two more for you.
Okay. Okay.
Would you rather have, so think of the mansion in
Yep.
the movie. Would you rather have a extravagant garden? Think of like a botanical garden, like roses, lilies, maybe a little pond. Or would you have like a full court, like basketball court, or maybe a pickleball court, tennis court,
Yeah.
or a gym?
Mine would be like a full tennis court or a full gym. But I think it'd be really fun to have a full garden. That just sounds so pretty. I would love to have a full botanical garden. It's like my favorite thing to do is go to a botanical garden. So
Oh, really? Noted. I would do team garden. Just like
Yeah.
have some fresh roses, and I feel like I'll talk in a British accent every time I'm in the garden.
Though every time I go to Planet Fitness, I'm like, it'd be nice to have a private gym. Like it'd be nice to just have this at home. So
I went to a public gym today, and
you're like I'm mixed with the peasants.
usually I just like go to the gym and like with my apartment, but
Yeah, no need
I
to
was
brag.
like,
Yeah.
Don't you say I know you're bragging.
All right, what's the last one?
The last one is, would you throw a big Christmas party or would you throw like an annual brunch? I don't know if you're familiar with Beyonce and Jay-Z's like Rock Nation brunch. So would you do that brunch or would you throw a big Christmas party?
I love Christmas. Yeah, I think Christmas. I think Christmas is a fun time to throw a party, so I'd probably do that. Why not both of them? But yeah, Christmas party.
Okay.
Can it be brunch at the Christmas party?
I mean, if you want to.
Okay, well, you're not invited. Sorry.
What kind of brunch are you serving at the Christmas party? Like with
Whatever
the
kind
little
of brunch I
Santa
want.
pancakes or whatever?
Yeah, but
Actually, I have been to like a Christmas brunch. I'm not gonna.
yeah, it's like relax. You can celebrate Christmas whatever time of the day that you want to.
there gonna be a fire, like a little nice fireplace?
What would you pick, Santa or brunch?
I'm having a big Christmas party. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I don't need 28 million to throw a big Christmas party.
You're like, I'm doing that regardless.
It's like I'm planning mine right now, actually. But okay. So thank you for playing. Now I get more of a idea of what Catherine would do if she inherits, or if she inherits, or when she inherits.
Oh yeah, any day now I'm coming into millions of dollars.
Billions.
You know, the like nonprofit career is really one where you get close to the millions and billions. So I'm sure that's going to happen. I'm sure my next promotion will be along those lines.
Hey. But speaking of promotion, going back to the movie, how did you feel when the uncle gave Glenn Powell that job on like Wall Street and he kind of became like a finance boy?
Yeah, I thought that was a good. I actually did like that part in the movie. I did think it was funny that the uncle was like, "Oh yeah, I should have reached out," and I was like, "Yeah, you should have reached out to your sister sometime in the last 25 years, like before she died." But I did like that the uncle was like trying to step in and help him, and I thought that was a good like undercurrent to the movie was like he was getting this really good life. Like he found someone he was in love with. He found a job he was good at. Or at least was, had to step up at. So yeah, I really liked that part. And I liked that it was like not just him trying to get this money, but also him struggling with like what would make him happy or not. And surely he had a lot of money from his job. He was working in finance. Like he got pretty high up. So
yeah.
What'd you think?
I like that part. I like that part. And wasn't it the priest being like, was that like not enough or something? And that's that's kind of like the part where I was just kind of like, okay, I could see him doing this for like a couple of years, working up, and then trying to finishing the job. But and still, he was just kind of like, and I think there was a moment where he might have said something like that, but still, he was just like, I'm here for the money, which was kind of unfortunate.
Yeah. And I think that was, probably one of the themes of the movie and was kind of my get out analysis, was that he did have like this chance to have this good life and not be as greedy. Especially because like his fiance was like, I liked you when you lived in Jersey and he took the bus, and like his fiance was not at all pushing him to like have a lot of money. But he, I think, was like more similar to his grandfather than he wanted to admit, and was like really going after the money. Because I thought that was like an interesting tie of him and Margaret Qualley, of like these two people who seem to be like willing to do whatever to be rich. But I just didn't think they like explored that enough. I don't know. I thought it wasn't like super clear, because I think it would have been interesting if he was like, oh, this is the life I want, but like I'm drawn to this other person and I'm drawn to like making all this money with her and stuff. But it's kind of more of like I don't know, it didn't seem like it was like fully written, of like he was just like, no, I got to keep killing everybody because I told my mom that I would. Like I can't quit.
Yeah. And then to be honest, so I was kind of like on Margaret Qualley's like side, but then kind of like towards the end I was like, wait, this girl is wearing Chanel and everything. She is trying to get the bag. She is trying to get the bag. So I was like, oh man, I thought she was just, his
but
childhood.
It would have been so easy for him to like pay her off. Like, yeah, I feel like if he was just like, if you help me with this, or if you stay quiet until this, like, I promise you, 30% of 10 billion. And I feel like she would have like helped him, and then he could have gotten away with it and like not lost his wife and stuff. Yeah. Like, I was like, why is he ignoring her?
Look, he wanted the money, 28 billion.
At all.
What? Yeah, I did think it was a big plot twist, though, that the reason why he was on death row. Also, another logistics thing. Does Jersey even have death row like that for like?
I was like, this man is only on trial for killing one person, and you guys are going to give him the death penalty. No, that part also, I was like, this does not make sense. Like, I agree. I like that plot twist that he gets caught for supposedly killing her husband, which he did not do. I was
Yeah.
like, this jury is pretty crazy. Like, he killed one adult man. Like,
And death row, it would have
yeah.
been more believable if he was getting death row for killing the 7 billionaires. But he got death row for killing the one man, allegedly. And then they let him out, like 30 minutes before his execution because they find a note. The logistics really did.
Yeah.
I really wanted to like this movie, but the logistics I just couldn't put two and two together. I just couldn't do it.
Like, I wish that her evidence was like, oh, I have video of him like leaving his office alive after you left. But like, because the note, I was like, would that really clear him of everything? But you know, to be honest, the FBI and police in this movie were not very good. They did not know how to do anything. So maybe it would clear him. Maybe they'd be like, yeah, you're free to go.
Yeah, absolutely not. And then who knows? But it is what it is. So did you have like any favorite characters or like least favorite characters of the movie?
My least favorite character was his artsy cousin, because that is just like so a person that you could meet, I think anywhere, but specifically New York, where they're just like a rich kid who's like, you know, thinks their art's really good. My favorite character
Thinks their art is really good. You don't think their art's good?
I think he thought highly of himself. My favorite character was, I actually did really like Glenn Powell. Like, I thought that he did a really good job with it, but probably like objectively was his girlfriend, because I was like, she's just a cool person. She just wants to be a teacher. She's just living her happy little life with him. First of all, I was like, that's what you got to do if you want to work and be a teacher in New York or be an artist. You got to find yourself a finance bro. Like, she knew what she was doing. She got it.
She also knew what she was doing when she was dating his cousin. Like, she wasn't 100% in this.
No, she was aware of what money does for you. Like, she was like, I'm going to be a teacher if my husband has $1 billion.
Yeah.
But I like that she didn't, or that she left him in the end. She didn't stay with him and stuff. So, but yeah, but honestly, even maybe just Glenn Powell, because I thought that his character, he did a really good job. What about you?
Yeah. I would say my favorite character probably was, I have two favorite characters. Was the priest.
Okay. Wow. Drawn from the bottom of the bag there, but okay.
I feel like he asked some good questions.
He did.
He asked some good questions that made me forget about the logistics sometimes and just made me be like, wow, okay, writer, I see what you're doing. Another favorite character of mine was that Rolls Royce that Margaret Qualley had parked in there.
Yeah.
That was nice. I was like, oh, that looks very nice.
That was
very
nice.
nice. Least favorite character. I think it would have to be the grandfather. Not for number one, the grandfather and his butler for locking Glenn Powell in that house. That was number one. But also, I think just from the beginning of like kicking the daughter out, but then also when Glenn Powell came as a child to the house, they sent him that note. Once again, that butler. Yeah. Maybe my least favorite character is the butler. But they give him the note that's just like, we can't help you. I wish you well. Like, that's down and dirty.
Yeah.
That's really.
And legally, maybe I don't understand how it works, but if he has like this many known family members that are alive, would they really put him in the foster system, or would they not be like forced to take care of him?
That's true. I don't know. But and then once again, you're telling me no one in that. See, this is why I'm like the FBI was kind of like on his side, because nobody, like the wellness mom, like the artsy cousin, the uncle, nobody was like, maybe we should take him in. Yeah. Even like a down the road, like a cousin from them was like, we can take this boy in and help him out.
Yeah, I agree. Also, we forgot about the guy in the plane. That was the fifth person he killed. He killed the guy in the plane, like his uncle.
Oh, yeah.
That was a quick one, but I forgot.
Yeah, it was a quick one. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, why did none of his uncles or aunts? Because at that point, they would have been adults. I guess maybe the grandfather would kick them off, but Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like you feel that strongly that like they can't help
Yeah.
your grandson or like their nephew.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's least favorite character? Him and the butler, for sure.
Yeah, that's true.
Um,
Good point.
but yeah,
All right, what'd you give it on Letterboxd?
I believe I gave it a three stars.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
just, you know, and I was looking at Letterboxd. A lot of people gave it a 4, 3.5, but for
Mm-hmm.
me, I was just like, I wasn't really feeling it, to be honest. I really wanted to like it,
Mm-hmm.
but I think out of all the Glenn Powell movies I've seen, I haven't seen Twisters in a while, but I might rank that one above this one. So, what'd you give it?
Well, yeah, that was targeted because I gave it a 3.5. So we were like, I saw some people give it a 3.5 or 4.
No, a lot of people gave it like a 3.5, and I was like, I really want to like rank it more, but
Yeah. No, I gave it a 3.5. I had thought about like where I was gonna go for it, but I did have fun with it, so I felt a little bit more 3.5. But I
okay.
definitely wouldn't watch it again. So
Mm-hmm.
the thing is, I think it could have been a much better movie, and I think that is like a little frustrating because you're like, this could have been really fun and really good, but it wasn't. But where are you gonna put it on our ranking?
Oh, I forgot about this. Let's see. Ooh. Wait, let me look. Let me look at my personal. Okay. I don't want to do it,
Mm-hmm.
but I think when it came down to this,
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it below Wuthering Heights, but above
Okay.
The Moment. And I
Okay.
think it's gonna be below Wuthering Heights because number one, I didn't read the book. I don't know
Yeah.
the context. I'm blanking out the book and just judging the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Wuthering Heights had a good visual
Mm-hmm.
appeal to it, so that's why it's barely underneath it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm not judging.
thank you.
I was just really, really struggling with where I want to put this. I definitely want it below People We Meet on Vacation. Um,
Wow.
below
Side
it.
note,
That's what I'm saying.
reading
I think People We Meet on Vacation was better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm reading the book now.
Exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Excited to hear your review when you finish.
Um,
Where I'm struggling is The Moment Housemaid of it all on my list of like I can't decide if I want to put it above or below The Housemaid. I think I want to put it below, but maybe above The Moment. So I think it's going to be 14th, right below The Housemaid, right above The Moment. But they are all of the same
Like,
level in my mind.
yeah.
If we're being honest, like they're all neck and neck, you know.
Yeah. It's like
They're
The
all-
Moment I laughed.
Yeah,
It was cool.
I
When I
had
watched
good
it.
times at all of them, but I questioned some of the choices that were being made.
Actually, The Housemaid is pretty high for me. I was shocked at The
Yeah.
Housemaid. I was like, what? So I'm not going to do that to The Housemaid.
We have some exciting news that we're really wanting to show or share with everybody, with all of our listeners, but we can't quite yet. So next week's episode is going to be a mystery for now, but definitely stay tuned for the next drop. And if you guys want to find us, if you guys want to listen to us more often, you can follow us on Instagram or TikTok at alisters_pod, or you can email us any thoughts, questions, comments, reviews. If there's anything specific you guys want us to review, let us know. Our email is moviesandyap@gmail.com. All one word, moviesandyap@gmail.com. Yeah. Anything else, Jahsleighe?
No, feel free to email us. We're getting a lot of junk emails from like TikTok and stuff. So you want to.
Yeah, and please, like and rate and subscribe us on
Yeah.
on everything. And until next week, go watch our videos.
Yeah. Bye.
All right, bye.